Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Well, the MagSafe charger from Apple for the iPhone 12 series was a product that was hyped, and the reason for that is because Apple claimed that it's a better wireless charging method and it's gonna be the future. Well, that future thing might happen, but the question many will be having is whether this MagSafe charger from Apple is any good, especially from a long-term usage point of view. And that's what this video is all about. I've been using this MagSafe charging method for the past 6 months every day, and that's the only method of charging I've been following with my iPhone 12 mini. And during this course of time, I've grown to like the convenience of the MagSafe charging, but still there are things that are really bad or at times annoying. And to give a clear understanding, I'm going to divide this video into the good, the not so good, and the bad things about the MagSafe charger. And let's start things with the good stuff with this charging method. And in that, the first one is the total convenience. Well, that's because you don't have to plug anything for the charging to start. You just take the phone close to the charger and it automatically aligns and connects itself, and the charging starts instantly. And for me, that's the best thing I've experienced with MagSafe charging. This method of charging is actually Qi wireless charging, and hence you can charge any phone that supports wireless charging with the MagSafe charger, but then this magnetic attachment method won't work, so you have to properly align the phone. But with the MagSafe charging supported devices, which are the 12 series iPhones, well, that's not needed. And that's why this convenience is the first good thing about the MagSafe charger. And by the way, if in case you're worried whether there is any issue while taking the phone from the charger, well, to be frank, you just have to hold the side of the MagSafe charger while taking the phone from the charger. The magnetic attachment is strong, but it's not very intense, so the phone does come off fairly easily. But one hand method of removal is not ideal. So the convenience of setting the phone for charging is my first favorite thing about this charger. Then the next good thing is actually the fairly fast charging speed. Now when I started to use this method of charging, I was not impressed by the charging speed. And with the iPhone 12 mini, the max supported charging speed is only 12 watts compared to 15 watts with the rest of the 12 series iPhones. And the charging time breakdown for a complete charge from 0 to 100% is like this. And here, as you can see, the total time taken is 2 hours and 35 minutes, and that's with optimized charging turned off. But that's the total time taken, and actually the reason I have started to like the charging speed is not this total time, but it's the percentage of battery that's charged in 30 minutes. Well, in 30 minutes time, you can top up approximately 31% of the battery if it's not trickle charging, which is the charging about 80%. And the speed has been very useful for me because, as I said earlier, my daily driver iPhone is the iPhone 12 mini and its battery backup is bad. And hence I usually do charge my phone every evening. And it's usually 30 minutes of charging, and here since with that amount of time, approx 30% of battery gets charged, and that does help me get through the day. Well, wireless charging methods, even though some are very fast, this magnetic attachment convenience and moderate charging speed together does give the MagSafe charger the slight upper hand. Then the third good thing about the MagSafe charger is that it didn't ruin the back glass of my iPhone, and also it didn't spoil my silicone case. Now this was a major concern thing I had when I started using the MagSafe charger, but after using it for approximately 6 months, I can now guarantee that such kind of an issue won't happen. So these are the good stuff with the MagSafe charger. And now about the not so good things, well, in that the first one is the actual price. Well, if we check the MagSafe charger alone, its pricing is $39 in the US, which is fairly decent, but in India, its pricing is 4,500 Indian rupees, which is much higher than the US pricing. And this 4,500 Indian rupees is not the actual issue, but it's the extra you need to spend for this charger to work properly. And what I mean by that is that we need to buy a charging adapter for this thing to work. Because charging adapter is not included in box, and if it's the Apple's 20-watt fast charging adapter you're going to buy, well, its US pricing is $19, but in India it's again more expensive because its pricing is 1,900 Indian rupees. So overall for this charging, the amount you have to spend is approximately 6,400 Indian rupees, and that's a high price. Then the next not so good thing with the MagSafe charger is the wire used. Firstly, it's not long. It's just 1 meter in length, and that's too short for a wireless charger, and I wish Apple did make the length at least 1.5 meters or 2 meters. Then secondly, this wire is the same one used in Apple's lightning cable, and the quality of it is just okay. It can break if we accidentally pull it with pressure, so we need to be careful with that. Well, that's all about the not so good stuff, and now to the bad stuff about the MagSafe charger, and it's basically just one. And it's the heat generated. It's too much. Well, the heating issue is actually a common thing with wireless charging, so this was an expected issue, but then with the iPhone 12 mini, the heat generated was off the limits. And it was like the phone became very toasty, and once my iPhone 12 mini did literally stop working because of overheating. Now if it's a daily fully charging routine, you won't probably notice this issue much, but during a quick top up, this was a concern. So that's all the observations with the MagSafe charger during long-term usage. And when we check the good, not so good and bad stuff with MagSafe charging, well, it's a good method, but it's surely not perfect, and also I don't think it's yet time for this charging method to become the primary one. Apple surely needs to figure out how to fix the concerns, and actually some can be easily fixed, but with the heating issue, I really doubt whether there is any solution to it right now. Maybe in future we might get a much better MagSafe charger, which will be a worthy one for the price, but right now for the price it's selling, it's surely not a needed accessory, but it's just something if we have creates convenience with charging. But surely as of now, I think fast wired charging method is a much cheaper one and a better one. That's all for this video guys. Hope you liked it. If so, a like is much appreciated and a sub to the channel will be awesome. See you again in the next one. Till then, bye.